you've left a narcissistic relationship and you're being bombarded by fear. What do you do? This was a question I got from one of my Facebook group members, so I'm diving into it today. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Lindsay, and I am the Real Love Alchemist. I help women go from bad relationships to real love with the magic of subconscious work. So if you're interested in working with me, check out the link in the description here. So first off, to answer this question, congratulations on leaving, truly. That is a huge first step and the right one. I never recommend staying in a relationship where you've realized that the person you're with is narcissistic. So the first thing here is to know that while you may feel alone, you're absolutely not alone. If you join my Facebook group, and the link is in the description here, you will find over 2,000 women who can relate to what you're going through. Maybe they haven't been through exactly what you're going through, all of them, but a lot of them have. Use the group for support because we get it and a lot of us have been there. It's an amazing community of supportive women, so take advantage of it. The next thing I want to tell you is that it is okay to be scared. You're making a huge shift in your life, and big shifts are scary. You're making a huge move outside of your comfort zone. And what I can tell you is that all the things that you're looking for, all of the good stuff, all of the healing, that is on the other side of that fear. Fear is just what we have to traverse to break out of our comfort zone and get to where we want to be. So what you're going through is natural and normal. Keep breathing through it. You're going to be okay. If you weren't feeling fear at this point, I would actually be worried about you. I would be concerned that maybe you were just really numb and not very present with your emotions. So the fact that you're feeling fear is actually a really good thing. Again, the fear is perfectly normal, and it doesn't mean that something bad is going to happen. It's just our response to doing something different, to doing something new. It's that fear that comes up when we get out of our comfort zone. So let it be there, and it will naturally pass through you. Don't fight it, don't resist it, breathe through it. My next recommendation is to keep yourself kind of busy. Hang out with people you know, people you like, people who you feel comforted around, so that you don't dwell so much on the ending of the relationship. We do want to strike a balance between allowing ourselves to feel our feelings, but to then not get too caught up in obsessive thoughts about our ex to where we're just entirely focusing on that. You might even want to pick up some new hobbies, again, so you don't focus entirely on the ending of the relationship. I always recommend going no contact if you can. It helps so much. And if you do share children with this person, which is the only situation that I do recommend still remaining in contact with, unless there's some legal stuff you have to tie up. But if you do have to stay in touch, then go low contact, which means you're only talking about things related to the children or legal stuff, nothing else. And most importantly here, get as much support as you possibly can. The more professional support that you can get here, the better off you're going to be. The quicker you can recover from this. Recovering from narcissistic relationships can be so difficult. So again, don't hold back on getting as much support as you possibly can. If you do find yourself in these obsessive thoughts about your ex, I have a program called the Ex Detox that I created to help you break out of that. So I'm going to leave the link to that in the description here. And it will also help you to love yourself at the same time. So to specifically address this fear, I'm going to share with you guys a breathing exercise. It's something you can do that can help with the fear. I did not come up with this. I don't know where this originated from, but it's called the 4-7-8 breathing exercise. And it's something that you can do that will help to calm your nervous system down when you're experiencing fear or anxiety. So you're going to start by sitting in a chair with your back straight, don't slouch, and you're going to put the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and that's where you're going to leave it throughout this exercise. It's going to be on the ridge of the tissue right up at the top behind your teeth. So the first step here is you're going to exhale completely through your mouth and make like a whooshing sound. So it's going to look like this. The next step is you're going to close your mouth and inhale through your nose to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 4 part. The next step is once you've inhaled to the count of 4, You're going to hold your breath to the count of 7. So you're going to count that out. And once you hit that 7 count, you're then going to exhale to the count of 8. And you're going to make that whooshing sound while you're exhaling. To the count of 8. So this is all one breath. That's one cycle. And once you finish exhaling to the count of 8, you're going to start again and inhale to the count of 4. And what you're going to do is do that cycle 3 more times. So in total, you're going to do that 4 times, 4 cycles of that 4, 7, 8 count. And what this will do is this will calm your nervous system down. It'll help you to be more grounded and feel more centered in yourself. And when you practice it over and over again, it will over time help with the anxiety and the fear that comes up in a situation like this where you're leaving a relationship. When I first started doing this, I was actually amazed at how quickly I would calm down. Even if I was in like a pretty intense state of anxiety, this helped to knock that intensity way back down. So do this as often as you'd like to, but give yourself some space in between those cycles of 4. So don't do this for like a half hour in a row. Do it once, give yourself a break, and then you can come back to it in a half hour if you feel like you need to. Something else that often can come up at the end of a relationship is grief and sadness. So if you need help, some tips for what to do with that, check out this video here.